welcome to this week's Ask Charlie. I think this is the last one that I'm going to be starting in my bathroom for a little while. But we have done fashion, we have done makeup, we've done skincare. The last thing in this series is hair and nails. I'm just adding in the nails at the end. So I have washed my hair. I have obviously towel dried it. So I'm just going to take my towel off. I go for a really big towel because it stays put. If I use a hand towel, it doesn't stay put. So I just pop a big towel. So there's my hair. Oh my goodness. I'm not blessed in the hair department at all. I didn't get the hair genes, and boy, did my mother let me know about it. I think she added to the hair complex. She had very, very, very curly hair, and she had it straightened, which is like a reverse perm. She never actually washed and dried her hair herself. She went to the hairdresser all the time. I remember once, no, maybe more than once, a few times, I had to do her hair for her, which was not a pleasure. Anyhow, I don't have the best hair. It is super, super fine. It is super straight, and it is actually super high maintenance. And it wasn't until I broke my leg and was in hospital for a couple of weeks that Simon understood why I go through the hair performance that I go through. Because he said, yeah, I get it now, darling, this isn't a good look. If I just wash it and leave it, it is literally like I've ironed it to my head, and it's not a look that I think suits me. So I do spend some time pretty much every day trying to get as much volume in it as possible. Now, I have been on quite a hair journey because I had COVID. I had COVID recently, but I had COVID in July 2022. And it hit me a lot harder than I realised. It also coincided with Archie, our eldest son, going off to boarding school, and that was his choice. He begged us to go. I was bereft that he left, and I think the combination of COVID and him going, I had long COVID, ended up in significant hair loss. Now, if you have had, like, your hair falls out when the seasons change, normally. I am not a hair expert at all. I've just done quite a lot of research over the years. So often, maybe in autumn, maybe in spring, you might have a bit more hair loss than normal. Also, after you've had a baby, you might have more hair loss. When you're pregnant, you can have a lot of hair growth. Your hair can be like at its best when you're pregnant, or at its worst. It changes, and it's, you know, to do with hormones and things like that. But seasons do affect my hair anyway. And I'm talking, this is my experience, my lived experience, that I'm sharing with you. And actually pretty much everything that I share with you is, you know, my experience. But I do love doing research and finding out about different things and products and stuff. So anyway, I was losing more hair than normal, and Gus, our youngest son, said, "Mama, have you got something you need to talk to us about? Have you got cancer?" It was literally shedding, and it was scary, and I thought that it was the menopause, and I went down a sort of worm of the menopause, and I ended up booking in to see my gynecologist. I was going to go and see a menopause specialist, and Si said, "Darling, look, you're not straightforward because I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. I really think that you should go and stick with your gynae. I see a chap called Tom Satchel, and actually his father, Marcus Satchel, delivered all of the children. And when Marcus retired, he suggested, you know, various other gynecologists, not his son. He said, you know, Tom is brilliant, and I had met Tom, and I stuck with, and Tom is a phenomenal gynecologist. And I went to see him, and I said, Tom, you know, this is going on, and I'm feeling awful. And he said, look, let's talk through the whole thing. Because I'm on the pill, because I have naturally a low estrogen level, that boosts my estrogen. So he said it's not, this isn't perimenopause, this isn't the menopause, this is something else, Charlie. What is going on in your life? And do you know what? Bless him. I was with him for over an hour and we talked through everything. There were tears. And he was so sweet. And he said, did you know that COVID can cause significant hair loss? And I said, I had absolutely no idea. So anyway, after that, I understood what had happened. It wasn't the menopause. It wasn't any of that stuff. It was COVID and stress, actually. So I booked in to speak to the therapist. I booked in to have acupuncture. And literally after 2 acupuncture sessions, the hair stopped falling out at the rate of knots that it had been falling out. And I said to a friend, I said, look, I've got this hair loss. And she felt my hair and she's like, oh my goodness, Charlie, I've got more hair under my armpits than you do on your hair, on your head. So it was bad. So these are a few things I have been doing since. And again, this is just my experience. I've tried a few different shampoos. I've done quite a lot of research into shampoos. There's something called sodium lauryl sulfate, which goes under sodium lauryl sulfate, ammonia lauryl sulfate. And it basically is a degreaser and a good foaming agent. So when you wash your hair, you get that lovely kind of lather. It's used in dishwasher detergent, and there is some research that suggests that it could kill hair follicles. There is research saying that that's a load of nonsense too, so take it with a bit of a pinch of salt. Personally, you know, I've used shampoos, and the majority of shampoos have it in. And I've used those for years and haven't had a problem. I don't have sensitive scalp. I don't have, you know, they've worked for me. But when I heard that possibly they could cause damage to hair follicles, I need my hair follicles having all the help they can possibly need. So I have avoided using shampoo with sodium lauryl sulfates for a while. And one of the shampoos that doesn't have it in is the Aveeno, and this is for volumizing and fine hair, which obviously I have, and it is sulfate free. And sulfates can be absolutely fine, so don't go and panic, don't go and throw your shampoos away, you know, do your own research. But I just felt that my hair probably needed all the help and love and attention it could get, not being stripped of all of its natural oils, and definitely my scalp needed, you know, love and attention, not anything too harsh. So I've been using the Aveeno range, the shampoo and conditioner, and very happy with them. It's a different consistency. It doesn't foam up like you would expect it to foam up, but it's really lovely. Then I use Wella Body Crafter Flexible Volumizing Spray. I love this stuff and I've been using it for years. And after I have towel dried, I give my hair a good spritz with this, like that. And then work it through and brush it through. I'm a Denman hairbrush girl, and I just brush it through, and I just, you know, run my fingers through my hair first, just to, you know, gently work out any knots so I'm not, you know, ripping my hair. So that is what I do. I do tend to wash and blow dry it nearly every day, which I know isn't great, but when I'm working out, when I am riding, when I am super active, my hair goes as flat as a pancake after I've had a hat on it. Now it's a bit shorter, it's a little bit easier to kind of poof up, but it does need to be styled. When it was longer, I could just kind of blow dry it roughly and then just tie it up in a clip. But I was living with it tied up in a clip, which I didn't really enjoy. So that is what I do. Shampoo, conditioner, I just put conditioner in the ends, and then I use this spray, and I'll link all of the products that I use down below. Now we're gonna go and blow dry it. I'm just gonna put my SPF on because I've been doing my skincare routine while somebody asked last week, because I didn't include this in my skincare routine because I included it in my makeup, but this always goes on at this stage. And then by the time I've blow dried my hair, this has soaked in enough for me to put my makeup on. So that is what we do. And the sun is actually shining today, which is terribly exciting. Right, this is how I blow dry my hair. Now, I don't colour my hair, I just have it cut. I'm really, really lucky that I can get away with not having it coloured at the moment. And lots of people say, oh, you know, your hair's great colour, what do you do? You know, there's a positive to it being as flat as a pancake. It's a good colour, and I've left it alone. I only ever had it dyed once, and that was an absolute disaster. It was terrible. So yeah, we haven't gone down that route again. Basically, if you have well water and you dye your hair, so we have our own water supply in Devon, and I wanted some blonde highlights and the foils bled. It was bad. It basically resembled a badger. So this is what I use to style, and I've used one of these for years. It's a Nikki Clark hairstyler, and I'm going to leave everything linked down below for you guys. I love it. It comes with different attachments, so you can, have I got them here? I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm not going to look now because I actually have the dentist this morning, so I've got to get this done before. But yesterday morning, I blow dried my hair at 6 AM, so I couldn't do that. And the day before, I can't remember what happened. So anyway, we're doing it today. So I just section bits of hair. This obviously is really short, just had it cut. And the hairdresser comes to the house and he does the whole family around the kitchen table, and he's been doing it for about 10-15 years, and he charges nowhere near enough. I mean, it's ridiculous, but we love him and he's awesome, and he's, yeah, the best. So anyway, that's very inexpensive hair. So I just turn just to curl that bit. And just give it a little bit of something. Otherwise, it's really flat and straight. The irony is, my mother spent her life trying to straighten her hair, and I spent my life trying to get some life into it. And then I just take sections down, and I can do relatively big sections because I don't have that much hair. And I hold each bit for about, I don't know, 30 seconds, something like that. And then I just, you can put like a cold, this has got like a cold blast, but I just hold it for a little while before letting it out, and then I just take another section. And this, guys, is when I normally do quite a lot of my Instagramming, quite a lot of my messages. I reply to emails. I sit here with my phone in my lap and I reply to people whilst blow drying my hair, because this is so easy. So I have done the sides and the back, and now I have got this top section here, which I normally divide into 3. So that is like the back section, the crown, and I want to get as much volume into this section here. So I could use like a normal hairdryer and just sort of blast it with a brush. I just find that makes your arms ache, and it's you're pulling at your hair quite a lot, whereas I think this is a little bit more gentle, but it's personal preference. And I will gently kind of move it on the brush like this without pulling too hard, because I don't want to pull any out. And then again, I'll just hold it for a moment, just to let it cool on the brush, like that. Now you could, and if I was going to a party, I could put a roller in now, but we'll talk about rollers in a minute. But for every day, I am definitely not going to the trouble of popping a roller in. But I do use rollers if I want a bit more va-va-voom to my hair. So I'm just going to divide this section now into two and do the last two bits of hair. And then this last bit, I've brushed it forward and I'm going to style it like forward, if that makes sense. And that will just give it a little bit more lift around the front, around the face. So there we have it. And actually these, and I'm often asked about rollers. I'm going to see if they are still available. I haven't put my makeup on. Normally, I'm just doing this the way I would normally do it. So normally I wouldn't put rollers in. These are sleep in rollers. Goodbye sleepless nights. Hello great hair. And I will see if I can link them down below. I've had them for quite a long time. While I go and do my makeup quickly, I thought let's just pop a couple of rollers in. In fact, they take moments, so we might just do them all quickly. And then you can see how I do my rollers. So that front piece. Now you can put your rollers in as you do each piece of hair, or you can just pop them in after you've blow dried, like so. I don't sleep in these. I never have, but I will, if I'm going somewhere, I will blow dry and then just pop them in. I love these Velcro rollers because they're really light and like they're easy to forget you've got them in your hair. They're really light, and I like the fact that you don't need to pop any pins in with them. Whereas when you're using heavier ones, you've then got to pin them too, and that's far more of a faff. So I put a few on the side, and then hopefully you can see. Am I going to get one in that back bit? I might get two in on that way, just barely. Right, I'm going to go and put my makeup on and come back, and then we can take these out. So literally they're just going to be in for like 5 minutes or so. You can also just make sure that your roots are really dry. So a very, very quick makeup this morning. Now, you know, me talking about shampoos, don't, you know, if your shampoo is working for you, stick with it. There's so much out there of this is good for you and that's bad for you and you shouldn't use this. If it's working, don't change it. But maybe if you're having a dry scalp or you've had a lot of hair loss, do some research and look into, you know, into the options, I think is important. And I think, you know, sometimes we need to take things with a pinch of salt as well and just be really sensible about what we're using and all of the rest of it. So anyway, rollers out. And I literally probably use rollers like 4 or 5 times a year because I don't have time. But there we are. There we have it. A bouncy kind of blow dry. And I could use like a wand and just put in some like kind of hit and miss erratic beachy waves if I wanted to go for that look, but that's too much effort and too much time, to be honest. Now if you've been watching me for a while, will know that I literally clip it up and then it's out of my face, it's out of my way, but once it's gone into the clip, if I take it out, it kind of doesn't necessarily look great. So if I want this to kind of last, if I'm going somewhere, if I've got a whatever happening, then a little bit of spray. So let's quickly talk through spray options. This is called Hands-On Texturizing Spray. It is pretty phenomenal stuff, but once you put it in there, it's not shifting. It takes actually a couple of washes to get it out, but it is phenomenal. And if you want, like if you're going to an event and you want your hair not really like to move and you want it to hold, this is amazing. But I don't use it very often. I don't like that texture of like kind of helmet head. I like soft, natural kind of hair. Bit of Elnet is always amazing. I prefer the unscented Elnet because I do. Coco said to me, "Mummy, you smell different." And I realised it was because of the Elnets. But that, if I'm going somewhere, you know, out and about, got meetings or whatever, I will use Elnet. I'm just here, I won't put anything in because I think less is more. And if we can not use these products on our hair the whole time, then that's a good thing. I always use that that Weller setting spray. That is an absolute go-to. There's no point me blow drying my hair if I don't use that, to be honest. This is it's called Flip Turn Volumizing Finishing Spray, which again I will leave link down below. This is what I will use if I want it just to last a little bit longer, and literally just kind of give it a little bit of a spritz, and it sort of then doesn't really move, but this does brush out, which is good, whereas this one doesn't really brush out either. So that is what I do with my hair to make the best out of pretty bad hair. Hopefully you found it helpful. I will be talking about hair oil later and nails. And why are this video is getting too long? We'll talk about hair oil, and I will really quickly do a nail tutorial, otherwise this is going to go on for ages. But I'm going to fly to the dentist, and I will catch up with you later on once I'm back. Right, we're moving from hair to nails, and I have just put it up in the clip because I've been making granola, and I did the dentist, came back, made granola, doing various bits and pieces, and I like it off my face. Florence is jumping at me. I've got all the dogs here. The front door is open. There's Lola. Because it's such a beautiful day, and the dogs can just come and go as they please. So hopefully they don't run out and bark at anybody. But I thought we'd talk nails during daylight. Now, Flo, no, darling, don't be needy. I normally do my nails in the evening and then go to bed. So I often do them in bed and then go to sleep literally like that. So difficult to film, basically. So let's talk nails. This is my pouch with all my bits. Nail file, love a nail file. These are quite soft ones. This one is a little bit harsher, a bit more aggressive, but I kind of go for soft, gentle. Really good pair of nail scissors. I shared these recently on a vlog. They are the same make as this, Maleva, Switzerland. These nail scissors are incredible. They come in curved. These ones are obviously straight. I personally prefer the straight ones. They come with a lifetime guarantee, and they are incredible, absolutely incredible. They last for years. They're just the best nail scissors, and you can actually properly cut with them. So yeah. I'm going to share this. I think the family might kill me, but basically Sunday night is nail night, and we don't do this so much now, they're getting older, but on a Sunday night I do nails, and I've done it ever since they were babies. They'd have their bath, they'd get on our bed, and I cut everybody's nails. And so those that are at home and want their nails done Sunday night, they know to book in with Mama Gray at the nail salon, and that's what we do. And these scissors are the best, and I've been using them forever. Now, I've just used this nail varnish remover and taken off my polish. My nails are quite short. I like to keep them short because it's just practical. I'm doing horses, I'm doing dogs, I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm gardening. you know, I'm doing it all, and so the day of long, beautiful nails is long gone, to be honest. I do put a mat down. I once had a disaster and knocked the nail varnish over, and it took the varnish, like the off the table, which wasn't good. Lily's got a tennis ball that she's playing with. Now I've got this on my toenails, baubles only. I use Essie Gel Couture nail polish, and I've been using this for years and years and years. And I've got a nail video that goes back to like when I first started my YouTube channel 5 years ago. Guys, nothing has really changed. You know, if something works, why change it? I did try the gel stuff under a lamp. It didn't work. It did not work. It was a complete and utter waste of money. This stuff is amazing. I normally tend to do them once a week. Occasionally I might need to do them slightly more if I'm going to an event or want them looking really good, and I've had a particularly like hardcore week of jobs. I'm actually wearing this on my nails at the moment, Fairy Taylor number 40, because I just like them being neutral, and it just, they'd go with everything, and actually I can totally eke out a week, if not slightly longer. So I have pushed my cuticles back, you know, taken my polish off, I've given them a good file, and I'm just using the Essie, it's called Here to Stay, it's a base coat, and I'm just popping that on. You want to make sure that there's no oil on the surface of your nail, so just wipe off, you know, pop a bit of nail varnish remover on a cotton pad and just wipe your nails if you've used cuticle oil or something like that, because your polish will stick much better. If there's an oily surface, it's not gonna last so long. So I'm just quickly putting a base coat on. I love this stuff for so many reasons. It's really easy to apply. It doesn't matter if you make a mess and you go off the edge, because the edge bit just peels off easily. It's quick to dry, it lasts, it's hard wearing, it's the best. It really is. I wish I had shares in them, quite frankly. You can buy online or you can buy it in store, like in a big Boots chemist. I don't know where else, but I go to the Boots chemist and I put 2 coats on, and I've always painted my nails because I just think you look a little bit more put together. If your nails are, you know, elegant and well maintained. Now that doesn't mean you have to have a colour. You can just put a clear varnish and just make sure your nails are well kept. But I like to have like either a nude or a colour. It depends what mood I'm in. So sometimes I have fun colours when I'm feeling like I wanna have fun. I always have nail varnish on my toes. You'll never catch me without. And I'm going through a nude phase at the moment because it just works well with everything. And so I just put 1 coat on, let that dry for literally a moment. And I don't have time to go to a nail salon and have a manicure. I don't have time. I don't have the luxury of time to sit there. I don't have the money to spend on having my nails done. And I just find it really easy to do it at home myself. And so that's basically what I've always done. I probably have had a few manicures in my life, but going back quite a long time ago. I can't even remember the last time I had a pedicure. I'd love to have a pedicure. I love having my feet, you know, done and pampered. However, it just doesn't fit into my life. I'd rather sleep for half an hour than go and have a pedicure. So maybe when I'm on holiday next, maybe I'll book in. Oh, that's a phone ringing. I'll be back with you in a sec. Okay, so 2 base coats done. Can you see? Can you see? And then I use the top coat, and probably should have loosened it first. So yes, I was talking about pedicures. I'd love to have a pedicure. I was hoping to have a pedicure in America, but it didn't happen. For various reasons. We were busy, we were enjoying stuff. So, you know, going and having treatments isn't high up on my agenda. Like, I think, I don't know what my husband would say. I think I'm very low maintenance. Like my hair, the hairdresser comes here. I don't have it dyed. He doesn't even wash it and blow dry it. He sprays it damp, cuts it, and I'm done. So, you know, and he charges, I think, £10 for that. So my hair costs 10 quid. I do my nails myself. I'm really low maintenance. I can't remember the last time I had a massage, but I am dreaming of booking in with the most incredible woman. In fact, I need to. I just don't know when I have time, because I probably need half a day, because it's like a proper relaxation. She's as Ayurvedic treatments, and it's the most incredible experience, literally head to toe. And I'm dreaming of that. So I will do it, because it's important to treat ourselves, you know. And I have a bath, and I have a pamper, and I do my skincare, and you know, I do have some time to pamper myself. I just don't have the time to go out and do it. So that is it. It's done. I then turn the light off and go to sleep, like that, basically. But I can't do that now, so I'm going to sit here and chat to you a little bit about hair oil. Before I talk about hair oil, a couple of other tips for you. When you've done your nails, don't go putting rubber gloves on or emptying the washing machine or emptying the tumble dryer for actually a couple of hours after you've done them. Like, these will be dry enough in about 10 minutes, in fact 5 minutes. I mean, I can touch them now, and it's been not even 2 minutes. They'll be dry enough for me to pick up my handbag and get in the car, or to take the dogs for a walk or whatever. But they won't be dry enough for me to put rubber gloves on or empty the washing machine. That's why I quite like to do them at night, because then they're properly set. So that's one thing to be mindful of. Like, you've got to have a bit of time before you get stuck into a job. And also, the other reason why I'm going for like the clear, the nude nail, I think it looks really elegant, sophisticated. And if it chips, nobody actually notices. So you can eke it out longer, and it just works with everything. So that is why I'm doing it at the moment. But I do love a little bit of red. I've got a lovely shade of green in here, which, this is the tricky bit, guys, getting things out, because it's right at the bottom. Hang on. There, we got it. It's right at the bottom. This is Totally Plaid 540, which I absolutely love that shade, and I might wear that next week. So those are kind of my three favourite. Baubles Only. It's a really beautiful red. Totally Plaid, and Fairy Tailor shade 40 is the best nude I have found. Trust me, I've tried them all. Top coat, base coat, great nail varnish remover. Ooh, best scissors in the world. So that is nails, guys. Now we're going to quickly switch back to hair for a moment to end this week's vlog. Right, hair oil, rosemary oil and castor oil. Now let's just check what is in here. This is pure rosemary oil. It smells amazing. You can use this on your skin, on your face, on your nails, eyebrows, eyelashes, hair. It really does smell amazing. I use this twice a week and at night, but you can use it during the day. And I just pop this into my scalp. Quite a good amount, like probably 2 of those into my hair, and I massage it into my scalp before going to bed. And I would the reason why I'm not doing a how-to on this is because actually it's going to be dark when I do it tonight, because it will probably be about 10 o'clock. And then I put a towel on my pillow and I sleep with it in. And then in the morning I wash my hair and I wash it out. Castor oil is also known to be very good for hair growth too. This is an organic, fresh pressed, which is good for hair, body and skin. And there are so many benefits of castor oil. It's incredible stuff, and you know, apparently it's really good for wrinkles and all sorts of things. So a mix. What I'm going to do, one of the reasons why I'm chatting to you about this, is I'm going to do a mixture of rosemary and castor and try that. The castor oil is a little bit, the rosemary oil is quite runny, but the smell is amazing. It's really lovely, and I find it really relaxing at bedtime, and it's just really lovely just to massage your scalp with the rosemary oil. And I think it has significantly helped my hair growth post-COVID. The castor oil is much thicker. It's a much thicker consistency, and it doesn't smell of anything. I think I love the rosemary oil so much because it just smells divine to me. I mean, everybody's individual personal preference. But anything I think that you massage into your scalp is going to stimulate it. You know, you can get those head things that massage your scalp. And so if you have suffered with hair loss, you know, post-COVID, or for whatever reason, hormonally, menopause, perimenopause, that sort of thing, I really can highly recommend the rosemary oil. And you know, vitamins, supplements, I'm a big fan of Wild Nutrition. This is their protein powder, which I have in smoothies, but they have a wonderful vitamins, and so that's something to look into. But I'm not going to get into talking about vitamins and things like that. That's something, you know, because everybody's needs are different, and Wild Nutrition, the great thing about them is you can have a consultation, you can book in on that, and you can talk through your personal requirements. So that is super helpful. But I'm a bit worried that this blog is getting really long, and I'm trying to keep these Tuesday ones short and sweet as best I possibly can. But I like to talk, guys. So I don't want it to get too long. But it's so helpful hearing from you what you would like, and this was requested by you guys. It said, Charlie, please can you do hair, please can you do nails? So I thought I'd put it in one. Let me know if there's things that you would like. I have got a washing one, laundry, hand washing planned for you, but please let me know what you would like, because it's really helpful for me, and it's really helpful for me to film content and share content that is useful for you, because what I think might be useful might not necessarily be what you think is useful. So let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you on Friday with a new vlog. I think this week's going to be an exciting one. I think it is, sharing lots with you. So anyway, much love, have a good week, and I will see you on Friday.